Hey guys, it's Michelle Coupage coming to you here live this Sunday afternoon. Just enjoying the outdoors because it's finally cooled down a little bit here so I can get outside. It was very, very muggy out today, and I'm not a big fan of humidity, although I like warm temperatures. I will say that I do like this a little bit better than the freezing cold of the winter. But just hanging out here in my backyard, enjoying a lovely glass of some Chardonnay in my stone wine glass, I guess you would call it, goblet. I think it's really cool. My husband and I got these at our when we went away for our anniversary, for our 20-year anniversary, and I just thought they were the coolest thing. Actually, he did. He's the one that found them and got them for me. So, anyways, I like using them because, well, I'm a little bit into the rock thing. So if any of you know me personally, I'm always wearing some rocks like this one here, my tourmaline bracelet, just for its energetic properties, and the tourmaline specifically to help repel all of the negative energies, especially the EMFs coming from things like this phone that I'm filming on. But coming here, because most of you know I was here live yesterday just getting ready for my daughter's graduation party. Had lots of family coming here to celebrate, join in the celebration that, yay, she graduated. And even though her path is a little different than others, that's okay. That's not a problem, but we were celebrating anyways to, just to celebrate that fact that she got through high school, which, is something that some people never get through. So, kudos to her for doing that. And it was nice to see family members, nice to see other people, some friends that stopped by to see us as well. But it was interesting because as we were talking, and visiting with the family members, many of them didn't know, actually, I don't think any of them, to be quite honest, knew that I'd been laid off. And now that I think about it, I think my mom still doesn't know that I've been laid off, because I don't recall ever telling her. And I don't know if it's ever come out in the conversations that we've had over the past week because of the other stuff that's been going on in our lives and our family. But this is one thing that I noticed about people's reaction when I told them, that I'd been laid off. They're like, "Oh, I'm sorry, you lost your job. I just heard, blah, 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 blah." And I just said, like, yeah, oh well. I was very, whatever. What's the word I'm looking for? Laissez-faire? I don't speak French. But whatever that phrase is, I was just like, yeah, oh well, it happened, moving on. It's not the first time. And a couple of them commented to me that they were surprised at, how happy I seemed to be because, I lost a job, which, is pretty significant when you've got, what's normally a double income family, a kid that just graduated from high school, where, most kids graduating from high school go off to college. And so there's that upcoming expense. But yeah, my attitude was, yep, got laid off. Next. And I'm very upbeat about it. And this is one of the circumstances that I've talked about over the past week of, just significant life changes happening for me, for our family, have significant impact. And yet I seem to be handling it okay. From the outside, people looking at us, people that are outside of our immediate family are looking at it and going, how are you handling this so well? How are you not panicking? How are you not upset and angry and mad, especially about losing your job? Most people would react very differently and say, I don't know what I'm going to do now. This industry is horrible. It's going down the tubes. I can't believe they laid me off, blah, 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 blah. And they could sit in that space of being very negative and very frustrated, very victimized, really, by the whole situation. And really, I'm not. I'm truly, truly not. And, my family members see that, and they I've told them it's because of the training that I've gone through. It's because of the transformation that I've undergone. It's the work that I've done on myself over the past year that's allowed me to say, okay, next. Literally, it's literally that attitude of, okay, next. What can I do now? And for me, it really is about now not having to worry about this distraction called being a pharmacist work. I'm still working. Don't get me wrong. I did find some work to give me a couple of hours, a week. It's not really, it is nothing, basically. But what it's done is freed up some time for me for right now. You know, I am obviously looking to be gainfully employed again to help contribute to our household finances. But in the meantime, it's given me this opportunity, this amazing opportunity that I had 10 years ago when I launched my whole entrepreneurial journey, when I launched the whole concept that I could have my own business and help other people heal themselves and, you know, and be of benefit and of service to them. And that's how I look at this opportunity too of being laid off. It's an opportunity for me now to have some time to focus on helping other people achieve their successes, determine what their goals are, and be able to handle life challenges and circumstances like I've undergone personally in the past 72 hours with the same attitude of, okay, next. I'm not taking it personally. And it's so much more than just that concept of not taking it personally. If many of you have read the 4 Agreements, that's one of the 4 agreements. It's don't take anything personally. And it sounds really nice, and you kind of get it, you know, intellectually, but to really understand it and embrace it and make it part of you is a process. And that's one of the things that I teach. That's what I work on with my clients. That's what I want to help other people do, is that to embrace this process, to learn this process, to understand this process of not taking things personally. What does that mean? How do I not take things personally? Especially, you know, in this particular circumstances for me, being laid off, you know, I remember the very first time I ever got laid off. I was close to 20 years ago. And I took it very personally. I was very upset. I was a new mom. Really, I was a new mom. I think Samantha at the time was just a few months old. And I was very upset about it. And then the second time I got laid off from the same company, that's another story in of itself. But the second time I was laid off by the same company, I was extremely upset, very emotional, took it extremely personally. Like, how could they do this to me? Don't they know who I am? I've been there X number of years. This is what I've done. You know, I'm not just a pharmacist. I blah, 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 blah. And I was really angry. And I was, you know, crying, and, you know, I ran. Unfortunately, my husband was out of state at the time, and I ran to a friend, and I was just sobbing, and really felt like a victim. Like they singled me out and said, you're not good enough. You don't deserve to be employed here. Your work, you know, is a reflection of who you are, and it's awful, and we don't want you here. That's how I interpreted it. That's how I felt it. That's was literally my whole reaction. And this time around, when I got laid off, I didn't take it that way. And it's because of this journey. It's because of the skills that I've learned. It's because of the skills and mindset work that I've done to work on myself, to understand that, you know what? Yes, it's about me, but it's not about my work. It's not about, you know, if I decide that it is because of my work, if I feel that they're telling me that I'm bad and that my work is horrible and that I'm not good enough, that's me interpreting the words of, we need to let you go. You know, in this case, actually, I do know what went into their decision making. And I know that it had nothing to do with me, but I'm okay with that. Because I've learned that all of these obstacles and challenges are really meant to be lessons. And it's up to me to decide that it is a lesson. It is not a personal judgment against me. It is for me to learn from it, make some kind of adjustment, get the lesson, and then use that lesson as I go forward and onward to the next thing. Right? So simple. But yet when we're in a position of having everything come to us, and our immediate gut reaction for most of us, if we don't have these skills yet, for most of us is to just go out there and say, look what they did to me. They laid me off. I can't believe it. This company is terrible, blah, 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 blah. And when you get to this other level, you realize, you know, it's all right. You just kind of go with it, and you wait, and you say the universe will work in my favor, and it will bring me newer things. You could say better things. The way I look at it, it's not a setback, it's a set up for better things to come. And that's just one of the principles and foundations that I teach in my workshop that I have coming up. And that's the foundation that I teach with all of my clients. And you hear me talking about this a lot, about some of these foundations that people need for success. And it's not just about work and career and your job. I mean, in this particular case, yeah, I mean, it was because of my job and being laid off that I'm activating and really embracing these foundations that I've learned over time and really incorporated into my philosophy and my mindset. But really, because it impacts the whole family, because of the way I'm reacting, the rest of the family is reacting similarly. And people around me are making that comment of, I'm impressed of how well you're handling all of these because, you know, given the circumstances of this particular event, plus everything else that's occurred in the past 7 days, it's a big blow. It really is the world being turned on its head unless you look at it differently. And that's what I want to help people do. I want to help people understand that it's in how you look at it. It's in how you interpret that information. It's in how you react to everything. Because who wants to be in that place of negativity and of hatred and feeling victimized and sad and sorrowful all the time? Because I know I certainly don't. I would much rather be in the place where I am right now, kind of happy, enjoying life, recognizing the freedom that I have. My daughter is done with school, so I get to spend basically the week with her. You know, I have to work a couple of days, but that's okay. I don't mind. You know, it's all good. Wouldn't you love to have your world turned upside down, but yet that still be your reaction and your philosophy? And it's not just something that you're saying to like put a front onto people, but you really, truly, internally, in your gut, in your heart, really feel that way? Because I'm not just saying these words. I'm not just coming on here and sharing this just because, you know, it's like the right thing to do, because I'm also trying to, you know, tell people about my upcoming workshop. But it's also because it's honestly what's coming from my heart. Because I honestly, truly feel this way. There is not any slight bit of fraud, I guess, imposter, or just, you know, fakeness in any of this. This is real, authentic. I really am okay with all of it. And I want to help you move to the same process so that you can become like this also in your life. So if you're interested in working with me, you can always check out my website. It's michellecoupage.com. And you can see my current offerings. If you're not in my local area and you can't come to my 2-hour workshop this coming Thursday on June 22nd, if you're not in the Connecticut area, that's okay. I offer a VIP program. I offer laser coaching, and I will soon be offering a group program also, where there is a mastermind group that I'm coming out with, as well as some other DIY programs. So go ahead and keep checking that site if you're interested in working with me. But if you're interested in coming to that workshop, I would love to have you. It is $47 if you register in advance. If you register at the door, if you just walk in because life is so chaotic, you can't tell if it's something that you can come to, and you just want to show up, that's fine too. You know, you are more than welcome to do that. It is $97 though if you just show up at the door. So if you think that there's a slight possibility you might be able to attend, definitely register in advance, and I will go ahead and post the link as soon as I finish up doing this live stream here. But you know, if you want help in moving through the challenges and obstacles of life with a positive attitude, a positive outlook, not letting you weigh you down, you're done being the victim of circumstance, and you're ready to go out there and say, that's okay. You know, I'm not the victim here. I refuse to be a victim. I continue to be, you know, enthusiastic, excited, looking forward to the future. And it's not just a bunch of words coming out of my mouth. It truly is coming from my heart. Let me know in the comments if you're catching the replay or catching me live here. Let me know any comments too, any feedback you want to give me. I would love and welcome to receive any of that. All right, guys, I will catch you next time. Have a great day. Take care. Bye-bye.